Joining me here is Ladipo Abios Akolade, founder and CEO of Gamble Pose Initiative Africa. Welcome, Ladipo.
Thank
How
you
are
very
you?
much.
How does it feel to be at Sigma this year?
It's interesting and very exciting. Right, the atmosphere is really good. I'm also able to connect with a couple of stakeholders and also operators in the gaming space. It's really good.
Fantastic. Now, Gamble Pose is known for advocating for responsible gambling a lot. So, what do you say early intervention programs effectively reach young people, especially parents, communities, when they're reluctant to discuss gambling?
Basically, I feel like early intervention is really good, and that's why at Gamble Pulse we prioritize early intervention because what we are focusing on is creating responsible gambling. And where does it start from? It starts from um, awareness, right? Carrying awareness and awareness initiatives to across schools, focusing on underage um, um, people in the community in a bid to just make them aware, right? And how do we do that? We go to a couple of schools to enlighten them, right? Because gambling starts from it starts a lot of people indulge in gambling when they are underage, right? And it becomes a problem when you start gambling at that level.
Yes.
So what we do basically is go to schools, try to create awareness, and while we do that, we also indulge in certain activities like debate sessions, right? Because if you're able to tackle addiction from that level, I think we are building a sustainable gaming ecosystem in general.
Fantastic. And with the rapid rise of online and mobile betting, what digital strategies have proven most effective in preventing gambling harm among the youth?
So for us, right, we are focused on solving the problem
Yeah.
as opposed to amplifying the problem. So what we have done at Gamble Pos is we set up the first rehabilitation center in Nigeria, and the reason why we did that was because we had a lot of clients calling asking for help, and we have a couple of psychologists that handle them virtually, but they needed a space, right, where they could connect with counselors and clinical psychologists, and that's what led us to setting up a rehab. So rehab was very key in that model. Another thing we are considering, are almost done with, is a Gamble Plus app, right? And the reason why we are looking at setting up a Gang Post app is because we have responsible gaming tools across the world, right? And also a lot of these tools are being used in Africa, right? So what I thought about is because I lived the experience, I understand what gambling addiction meant from a lived experience point of view. I was able to look deeply and understand that addiction in Europe and the Western world is different from how it feels in Africa. So what I did is come up with local realities and embed them in our app, right? Also languages as well. What we're trying to do is include more languages on our protection app. It's a responsible gaming app that has parental control, has self-exclusion models, and has directory for all the support services in Africa. So it will be out very soon. So those are like the models we put in place to curb that.
Fantastic. You're
Thank you.
clearly doing the community a great service.
Yeah, thank you.
My next question is: how can cross border collaboration between African countries help create a unified approach to prevention, treatment, and player protection?
Um, Collaboration is key, right? And I believe that we need to start collaborating even as RG organizations,
Yeah.
right? That way, the operators and the regulators will see us and hear us, take us more seriously. Again, you're able to achieve a goal when you speak with one voice, and that has led us to collaborating with GAMAID. GAMAID is in Zambia, and one of the benefits of collaborating with GAMAID is, and she lived the experience, right? She's the founder of GAMAID. She lived the experience, and we are learning from her. And that's the whole essence of collaboration. I can also connect with the regulators and the stakeholders in the gaming industry in Zambia, right? Collaboration just gives us a standardized framework, right? Once we're able to have a standardized framework, we're able to like head towards the right direction in terms of responsible gaming. And also, we would be launching Gamble Pause Zambia very soon. As a matter of fact, that's a result of the collaboration we were able to build with GAMAID, because she's been the one really assisting us with the whole setup. And that's where collaboration comes in. So once we can collaborate as RG in Africa, right, as opposed to identifying in silos, right, we are able to make more impact. Then the regulators and the operators can collaborate with us, right? So as opposed to having different entities, once you have one body, you speak with one voice, collaboration will be easy. So yeah, so that's how I see collaborations across the gaming industry, across the major stakeholders, the regulators, the operators, and non-profit organizations, civil society organizations like ourselves.
Fantastic. We can't wait to see what you guys are going to do to Zambia.
Thank you.
And looking ahead, what does a sustainable and responsible gambling system look like for you in Africa? And what steps do you think we can take as a continent to achieve it?
Okay, so what I feel it will look like is um, having the RG baseline. And what's the RG baseline? The RG baseline is simple, right? Strict age verification systems to curb underage gambling, right? That's one. Secondly, ethical gaming advertisement standards, right? Thirdly, deposit limits, right? Fourthly, self-exclusion, cool-off periods, reinstatement periods, right? And lastly, support services. So once we are able to implement all these things into the framework, I think we are looking at building a sustainable gaming ecosystem, because we don't want a system where the industry collapse on itself. We want the growth of the industry as much as the operators and the regulators. And by doing that, we need to ensure that we prioritize the players. The players are the lifeline of the industry. So once you prioritize them, I think we're headed towards the right direction in terms of building a sustainable gaming ecosystem.
Fantastic. We can't wait to see the impact of Gamble Pose initiatives growth.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time,
Thank you
Ladipo.
very much. God bless you. Okay.